What is up, YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to find the hottest markets to wholesale in. Because sometimes, I got subscribers who live in California who, should I wholesale in California? I don't care where you live at. I think it's important to know the market that you live in, but also if you're in a market that's just straight up dead, like Oklahoma or something, or Arkansas or Ohio. I don't know, Ohio might be hot, but this is how you find the best markets to wholesale in. I have done this. I still do this. All right. And I'm going to show y'all how to do it. I feel like a lot of wholesalers on YouTube are very vague and they don't really go into detail too much about anything because they want to sell you a course. Right. And I'm not trying to rib on anybody or bring anybody down, but that's just how it is. I feel like with a lot of things, they could be so vague with a lot of information. So with a lot of videos I'm about to start uploading now, I'm about to go in depth and in detail because I don't have a course, right? If you want me to mentor you and like you have my phone number, that's a different story. But as far as a course, I don't have that. So enough talking. Let me show y'all. All right, so boom, over here. You go on Zillow, guys. We are here on Zillow. So this is what we're gonna do. To find the hottest markets, you go to sold, and we're gonna take off this no limit, and then we want to wholesale houses. I like multifamily. I love multifamily. Um, mm, Maybe townhomes. No, let's just do houses and multifamily. That's all we really care about. So we're gonna remove the boundary, right? And so this is also what you want to do. You want to go on more, scroll all the way down, and sold within the last 90 days. Okay. Apply. Boom. So this is basically what you're going to be doing. So we got the whole country right here. My computer's going to be a little bit slow. You got the whole country right here. I usually focus. So the hottest market, guys, in real estate in America is on the east side of the country. That's just what it is. All right. Now, the west side of the country is a different ball game. Okay. The west side, especially the northwest, it is just a completely. I'm not saying it's not hot, right? You can see California, they got a lot sold over here, but this is just it's a different playing field. I don't play over here. That's just me. Okay, so I mean, like, look, Utah only sold like had three things sold in the last 90 days. Like Wyoming had one or two. Like, this is why I don't be over here, dude. I'm over here. You could see the difference, bro. Look at the difference. Come on now. So I stay on the east side of the United States. Now, as far as finding a market, me, I'd start down here and then I'd work my way through these states over here, and then I'd work all, and then I'd work my way up, and then probably go in here a little bit. But I'd start with Louisiana. Texas is hot too. Texas is a whole different ball game. It's like its own country. But for me, this is what I do. I'd start with Louisiana, then I go to Mississippi, then I go to Alabama, then I go to Florida, then I go to Georgia, then I work my way up to South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and then Philadelphia, West Virginia, Washington, Maryland, all this other stuff. All right, so boom, we're gonna start with Louisiana, but we're really gonna remove this boundary. Okay. And so whatever market, I'm gonna show you how to find a hot market right now, but whatever market you're in, stick to it. When you find a hot market, stick to it. Don't go all over the place. Just stick to that market. Okay. So this is what you do. You're gonna be looking for these little clusters, these little cluster Fs, cluster F words. right? They got a cluster right here, they got a cluster right here, cluster right here, cluster right here, cluster right here, cluster right here. So you're gonna zoom in, and this takes a while. I'm just gonna go fast with it, but it takes a while. It takes like an hour or two of your time to like really find the best market. So I think I have an example. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put these filters in. So sold houses within the last 90 days, right? And you're just gonna find the markets. And then so when you see a little cluster like this, and you don't want to be too broad of a cluster either. You don't want to circle like you don't want to have like two cities in a cluster. You want to get one city, okay? We're looking for cities here and surrounding cities. So boom, this is a crazy cluster. And so this is a whole city right here. I would just draw this. Yeah, this is one city. Do this. See, not too big. That's like a 30-minute way apart. Apply. Okay, so they have 636 houses sold within the last 90 days. And then they have 165 houses sold within the last 30 days. So this is what you do. Also, another tip. If you're doing this virtually, here's another tip. You don't want to do it inside of major cities. Like you don't want to go for the state's capital. Like if a state's capital is really hot, you don't want to be in it. That's not, you want to find deals, like good deals with low competition. You want to be outside of the city. So for instance, this is Baton Rouge, right? You see where the cluster is, right? You want to be 30 minutes outside of the main cities. So this is Baton Rouge. Denham Springs is right here. This is Walker. This is about 20, 30 minutes right here. If you find a deal in here, I already know because this is where I'm from. You're gonna get a deal. This is gonna be a good deal, and the buyers are gonna want it, and your competition's gonna be low. The sellers aren't gonna give you an out of their mind price, right? So let's go to a different market. Let's go to a different state. Or actually, I'll just show you how I did this, how I found my markets. I would stay zoomed in around here, right? So I didn't want to be in my state. I was looking for markets outside of my state. So boom, this is where I would start looking, just like this. So I see, okay, there's a cluster right here, and we're on 30 days right now, right? So we're on 30 days. So if I see clusters like this, bro, I'm zooming in, right? I'm not going to draw a circle right here. I just want to get one city or like one area. All right, so we got a cluster right here. You see the further you zoom in, the more spread out they get. So this is definitely a little cluster right here. Let's see. This is called Orange Grove, I guess. Okay, 40 within the last 30 days. So this is what you want to do. You want to find you want to find 10 cities, right? And you got to write it down because this is what I did. You're going to find 10 cities that have sold, or 10 spots, 10 clusters that it's a city or smaller. It can't be bigger than a city. It has to be a city or smaller that is outside of the main city. You're going to find 10 of those. 10 of those that have sold 30 or more houses within the last 30 days. If something has sold 30 houses, that means something's selling every day. At least a house is sold every single day. All right. And you want to find 10 of those. You want to find 10 cities or spots smaller than cities. Neighborhoods are even better. If you could find a neighborhood that has 30 houses sold within the last 30 days, that's a hot market. All right. So and you could be in the loop with that, right? And you could connect with buyers like way easier because it's like one little area and like everybody's on it. So you want to find 10 cities that have sold 10 cities or smaller, like neighborhoods that have sold 30 houses or more within the last 30 days. Okay. So this is what I did. These are my 10 that I got. I actually got 14. I took like all day doing this, right? I got 14. And what you're going to do is, oh, I got a text message. But what you're going to do is you're going to write down those 10 cities and then you're going to see which one, like you're going to pick out of those 10 cities that are the hottest to you or that you might have the most leverage in. Like you might know somebody in one of those 10 cities, or you might have a connection with a few people in those cities. So that's what you got to do to find the hottest markets. All right, let me give one more example. So for me, when I was doing this, I knew that Florida was a hot market. Everybody I talked to is doing deals in Florida for some reason. Florida's just crazy. I hear people on YouTube talking about it. My friends are talking about it. My business partners are talking about it. My mentors talking, everybody's talking about Florida. So I zoomed out. See, and that's Mobile. So so this is Mobile, Alabama. That's a main city. You want to be like 30 minutes outside. So if there's so like right here would be something I would look at. All right, but let me continue with what I was saying. Florida. So boom. Okay. So in Florida, right? We're gonna click draw just to like clear it out so I could actually see. So I know Tampa is a main city, Orlando is a main city, Jacksonville is a main city, Miami is a main city, right? Those are main cities, pretty much. Orlando, Jacksonville, and Miami are like the most main cities. So I want to find something 30 minutes outside of any of those cities, right? So let's go for Orlando. So this is on 30 days, right? Yeah, this is 30 days. Florida's crazy, bro. So, so this is Orlando. So we want to stay outside of Orlando. So I would look maybe right here or right here or right here, you know? Or you could do it the other way. You could get like over here. This looks like a little cluster. So I guess I would go right here. So boom. So I would just focus on right here. Like this little cluster is perfect right there. Oh yeah, dude. So I would just draw this, and you can see like this is the neighborhood, this is a neighborhood, this is a neighborhood. So if you want to be even more accurate, I would just do like this. That's what I honestly what I would do. You could see like where the neighborhoods are, but let's just see. 106 houses have been sold within the last 30 days, right? And then so what is this called? This is called Poinciana, Poinciana, whatever. I would write that down and I would get 10 of those. Like I would get 10 more spots like that. This is crazy. So I would circle that. I would see what the how many houses have been sold in the last 30 days, and I would write that down on my list. After I get 10 of those, guys, pick a state, right? Pick one, two, or three states. Yeah, pick two or three states, and then find, I'd say, three cities that have sold, cities or smaller that have sold, because this is probably smaller than it's just the whole Poinciana city. So you want to find, so three states or two or three states, and you want to get in total 10 spots that have sold 30 houses or more in the last 30 days. Write 10 of those down. You're going to go through all 10 of them and you're going to look at them and you're going to analyze which market do I want to get in? Look at the numbers. Which is the hottest? And which one do you think you might have the most leverage in? Right? So that's how you find hot markets, y'all. And same thing with land. Same thing with land. If you're trying to wholesale land, all you do is take this off and put it in lots. So this isn't a hot area for lots. If I was wholesaling land, I wouldn't do this, right? But since I'm wholesaling houses, I would do that area since I'm wholesaling houses. But let's see. If I'm wholesaling land, you just do the same thing. You just look for spots that are like, so look, there's a little cluster right there. Let me see. So boom, I would go right there, bro. Or right there. That's crazy. Like, so these two little clusters is what I would look at. All right, so I got, where's my two clusters? So I got two clusters right there. Whoops. See right there. 20 within the last 30 days. That's not hot enough. I probably cut some off though. All right, let me see. Let me see what's up with this little cluster right here. 24. It's not hot enough. It's hot, but it's not hot enough. Let me see. Sometimes I'll be a little lenient though. Let me see how many sold in the last 90 days. 111 in the last 90 days. I would pick that as a spot to wholesale land in for sure. But I'm zoomed out like hella. So you definitely want to like zoom in and like see like what is this exactly? Okay. And then also this is another thing I forgot to say. When you find these clusters, right? So you're finding which one you're comparing the numbers, which one is the hottest, which one do you have the most leverage in, but also look at the price point, bro. So in Florida, this is a disclosure state. Some states like Louisiana and Texas, they're non-disclosure states, so you can't really tell how much a house is sold for off dump. But in Florida, you can. So in most other states, you can as well. But so you could see that the average land around here is going for like 20 something, 20s and 30s. You know, you got some in the teens, but then you got some in the 50s. You feel me? But on average, it's looking like 25, 30. So that means that, the higher the price point, the bigger the wholesale fee you could make. If lots are only going for like 10,000, $15,000, I could only make a few grand. But if lots are going for like $50,000 on average, I have a bigger chance of making a 10, 15, $20,000 wholesale fee if I get it at a steep enough discount. There's more room, for profit. So that's another thing you really want to take into consideration. You want to take into consideration how many have been sold in the last 30 to 90 days, which state and area do you think you have the most leverage in, and then the price point, like the average sale point, price point of the houses or land that is being sold. So you would take like an hour, 2 hours. If you really want to get into it, you could take a whole day doing this and you find and compare these hot markets, right? And yeah, that's how you would do it. That's how I did it. I'm in two markets right now in North Carolina and in Florida, and they're hot markets, bro. They're like stupid hot. But this is exactly what I did to do that. I found this out by just YouTube and just gathering a bunch of knowledge together and watching a bunch of other YouTubers do a bunch of stuff and just adding some of the techniques together. And this is what works. If you want to find a hot market, like it's obvious, like this is how you do it, you know? Or you could get like, I don't know, word of mouth, somebody could tell you something. I don't know. But yeah, I hope this video helps. I hope you guys got some knowledge, some value out of this. If you want free wholesaling contracts, just email me. My email is going to be in the description. Make sure that you comment under this video and say done under this video or say I emailed you. That way I don't miss your email and I know who to look out for. All right. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm going to be giving away buku more knowledge, way more knowledge. I'm going to be giving way more knowledge away for free. I feel like not enough people go into detail about a lot of things. And yeah, I got that knowledge. So I'm going to be dropping it for free on the YouTube. Just make sure to subscribe. All right, y'all. I am out of here. Stay motivated.